Hello everybody, War Wizard here, back with another Mortal Kombat 1 video. Today, we are going to go over the hardest cameos to use in the game. In my opinion, the hardest cameos to use in the game. So, number one on my list, Shujinko. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Shujinko is definitely the hardest to use. Basically, why he's so hard to use as a cameo is because he steals other people's moves that he can use in his move set. Also, you have to keep in track of charging him. You have to call him in to charge him up. He has his own moves, like he has this that he can combo off of. You know, he has his own moveset that you also have to remember, but then, you know, like I said, you have to remember all his copied moves. And there's a good amount. Every character is different. You have to know what, like, he's borrowing as a launcher. You know, what he's borrowing as, like... So that would be the launcher right there. He steals a different move from every character. You have to learn basically whatever character you're going against, you have to learn what moves he's stealing from them, what's a combo launcher, stuff like that. And it's different for every character. And then on top of that, you have to, like I said, keeping him charged. He has to charge up. He's definitely the hardest cameo by far. There's so much that you have to remember with him and learn with him. Like, if you're going against, like, a Scorpion or something, you have to know what moves he steals, what the input is to get that steal. And then you also have to make sure that you have him charged to do those things. There's just a lot you got to remember with him. He's by far the hardest cameo in the game. Next on my list, I think this shouldn't be a surprise either. Tremor. I think he is the second hardest to use. Why is he the second hardest to use? It's because he has 3 different stances with their own movesets. So, you can press R1 to change, R1 or R1 and down to change, to reverse it. And R1 goes the other way to reverse it. So he has 3 different stances. Aftershock has 3 moves. Metallic has 4 moves. And then Crystalline has a lot of moves. So you have to switch between each one, right? You have to know what each one does. I know you guys all probably seen him with Reiko. He has a lot. Doesn't he have the Okay, never mind. It's Aftershock. Each one has different moves. You have to time that right to get combos off of it. Off certain things. Like, he might... Nope, can't do it on that. So you have to keep track of 3 different stances, all the moves in each stance, and what move does what. And then you have to switch them yourself. And you have to remember, you know, because if you accidentally press the wrong button, you're going to get the wrong... Oops. You're going to get the wrong cameo. So, you know, there's a decent amount to remember there and to learn with Tremor. You have to learn, what stance goes with what and all that. So he's my second hardest. My third hardest is going to be Janet Cage. Oops, what am I doing? Actually, yeah, I'll pick Noob Saibot so I can show her off a little better. Janet Cage is the third hardest in my opinion. People might try to say that she's easy or whatever. She's not. She's not super easy. Even her little punch walk thing isn't the easiest to time because you have to press this, twice. Let me show you what I mean. See, look, I already messed it up. You have to keep mashing that. So she can do it up to 3 times. God damn it. She can do it up to 3 times, and you have to time it correctly. See that green flash? When she flashes green, that's when you can do certain moves to catch people with other special moves to continue the combo. What also makes her hard is the stunt double. It's basically like Kenshi Sento. So you call her in, right? And then you have to move, do things with her. You can combo off of it, but I have not learned how to do that yet. It's pretty hard. Like, I don't even see pros do it with her. Very, very rarely do you see it. She has special moves, all this stuff. The splits to cool down. Yeah, she has the mime time wall thing, which is kind of weird to use. It blocks projectiles, I guess, and if you hold it. But like I said, this move isn't as easy to use as people think. It takes a little bit of practice to get the timing of, but people were calling it the Gento stance, right? It's the stunt double stance. That's what makes her hard. Because she gets huge damage if you know how to use this. So she's third on my list because of that. Fourth hardest. This might be controversial to some. You guys really need to listen to why I put these characters on my list as well. Because so many people comment, oh, how are they hard or how are they easy? I explain it in the video. Watch the video. Why are you commenting without, listening to what I got to say? That makes no sense. Chameleon. I think she's fourth hardest. You have to remember, most cameos in this game are not super duper hard. Shijinko is, actually hard, I believe. They're probably the only hard cameo to use. Tremor is, but I'm picking cameos that are the hardest to use out of all the cameos. Let me explain why I think Chameleon's hard to use. So she has 3 stances that each do, something else. 2 moves each, I think. The katana thing, you have to time that just right. Melina has the size, and then the ball roll. But as you see, it switches on its own, on a timer. So you have to always keep track of what cameo you are. You can do it yourself by pressing back in R1 to switch. The katana combos are not the easiest to get down. She has very swaggy combos if you can do it. I dropped it, but the Jade one is basically a nerfed version of Serena. Gives you a combo. But yeah, that's why I think she's the fourth hardest. Just her switching between 3 different stances. You have to always constantly be looking, knowing which variation you are. If you want to switch to the one that you want, you got to press this, which uses half the cameo bar to switch to, faster or whatever. And then, you just have to be aware of what cameo version it is through all 3. So it's a lot trickier to use than, most of the other cameos in this game. Now the fifth one. This one I was kind of struggling with because I don't think any other cameo is that hard, like hard enough for me to put on the list. I'm gonna have to say Darius. It was between Darius and Madame Bo, but I think Darius is a little harder. He has a lot of moves. There's a reason why you don't see Darius that often, and because look at this move list. Jeez, that's a lot. So now you know why I think he's the hardest. You know. He's very good if you can learn him with mix-ups and stuff. He's not the greatest cameo in the game. He's kind of expensive. He uses a lot of meter. But, I mean, just look at this. He has so many moves and setups that you can do. Man, he might be... You know what? I'm going to switch him spots with... what the heck? With Chameleon. I think Chameleon is the fifth hardest. Darius is the fourth hardest. I'm going to switch their places because this is a lot of moves that you got to learn. So I don't know what that did. Oops. See, I don't even know what that did. What does that do? So R1, forward and R1, hold R1. It's not even working. Oh, it's the timing for that. See, so you can mix up the timing of that. Man, he's actually harder than I thought. Yeah, he's definitely top 5 hardest in the game. For sure. For sure. Look at all these moves that you got to learn. But anyway, if you take the time to learn him, he has some pretty good mix-ups. He's very fun to use. I'm not going to say he's meta, because he has some inconsistent hitboxes and stuff like that. But if you can learn him, he's pretty fun. I've seen people do some cool stuff with Sub-Zero and Darius. Even Brock and Darius seems to be... Oh, I see. So when he hits him with this, then you press another button. Oh. He has a low sweep too, but I don't know how to do it. I think he does. Oh, no, that's... I'm pretty sure he has a low sweep, if I'm not mistaken. I just don't know how to do it. But yeah, there's a lot to learn with him. I'm not going to sit here and bore you guys trying to learn all this stuff. There is a lot. Yeah, as you can see, he's definitely one of the harder to use cameos in the game. So, I do have one honorable mention, and it's going to be Madame Bo. She has all these T setups and stuff that are kind of hard to do. She's not the easiest cameo. You can't just really pick her and do a bunch of stuff, really. So her low, that is unsafe. her overhead, or it's a mid, but if you hold it, it turns into an overhead launcher. Is safe on block, but as you can see, you can react to both of them pretty easily. If you hold it, then she does this. You can definitely get more damage off of that. I just don't really know how to use her yet. And then she has a bottle throw. But then when you call her in... is it this? No. Oh, it's down. You can call her in, and you can drink, or, you know, what else? So when you call her in, you could have her do a bottle toss, a far, medium, and close one, and then when you drink, you get different special moves. So when you have one drink, you do these little stumbles. That's level 1 drink. Okay, she didn't let me drink again. 2, you get... How do you do it? This, which is a launcher. And then 3, you get this puke, which is also a combo launcher or combo starter. So as you can see, she's not the easiest cameo to use. That's why she's an honorable mentions and not actually on the list. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with my list. Those are, in what my opinion is, the hardest cameos in the game. You can't debate Shujinko. Shujinko's the hardest by far. I guess you could debate a little bit of the other ones, like Darius. Going in and seeing his move list, he's definitely harder than I thought he was. That's a lot of shit to remember. But yeah, so 1 is definitely Shujinko. There's no going around it. He's the hardest one. 2, I personally think it's Tremor. 3, I'm still gonna leave Janet at 3 because the Gento stuff and all that. It's kind of tricky to learn. 4th is Darius. 5th, I have Chameleon. I gave all my reasons why. So if you want to argue, please at least listen to what I'm saying. Watch the video. So many people argue and they're like, "Oh, how is he hard?" I explained it in the video. Why are you asking me in the comments? I explained it. Also, just because, you know, Chameleon was OP at one point does not mean she's easy to use. OP does not mean easy. You guys have to get that through your heads. Just like how, you know, top tier doesn't mean hard to use. I think Baraka is kind of overrated. Raiden is overrated as well. If you don't use Sector with him, he kind of sucks. But, so, you know, you see Raiden mains trying to say, "Oh, he's hard to play." No, he's not. He's so easy. He's in my top 5 easiest characters in the game. Low tier doesn't mean hard. High tier doesn't mean easy. You guys really need to remember that. But yeah, that's my list. Let me know if you guys like it. Please give a like and subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. If I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a special challenge for you guys. I'm thinking like a Mortal Kombat, a NetherRealm Mortal Kombat type gauntlet, where I try to get 10 wins in each Mortal Kombat on ranked or something like that, and I'll, you know, do it live or something like that. If you guys have any other ideas of what kind of challenges I could do if we hit 500 to celebrate, let me know. Again, I appreciate you guys for watching my videos. Let me know what you guys think. Means a lot. And yeah, that's my hardest to use cameos. And so I will see you guys all next time.